Hello guys, ZVGaming here. So I'm back with another video, and this time I'm gonna show the new dimensional collaboration. So here in the event, you'll see right now we have the Esperian fried rice, which I'm probably gonna do a video tomorrow. And when you go here in dimensionals, you'll see we currently have the dimensional hero Marcille, and we also have Laois. So they're both from an anime called Deliciousindungeon. Um, I think it's something I didn't really watch the anime. It's not one of the animes that I watched, but overall it seems pretty interesting for the both heroes. Seem kind of strong and fun to use. But yeah, they released probably I think like a few days ago, 2 or 3, and I'm just gonna review them now and see how things are going with them. We currently have like a new system for receiving the dimensional heroes. Well, back in the days, you had to wait like 2 months, around 50 something days. But right now, you can exchange them uh, in 17 days. And I think it was around 30 days. So right now, when you go over here and check for the chests, you'll see like day 1 you get some diamonds, and then on day 7, 14, 21 and 28 you get the rest of the shards for the heroes. So it's a pretty interesting concept, but what I saw from Reddit is that when you get this dimensional sign-in, which is also a new feature, so when you collect all of these chests and you have like a lot of rewards, the cap for these chests is actually 10. Back in the days, it used to be 9,999, which was like pretty much you could just get all of them at once. But right now, I'm gonna test if you can just sign in for the day and just not collect it. You have to either use the chests or you lose them like after 7 days. So just be careful. I'll check if you can just sign in and then just leave them and just connect them at the end when it's the 20th day and see what resources you need to get them. But yeah, it's pretty nice that they give us some free resources, but it's also kind of strange that they lower the maximum capacity. But I guess it's an attempt to try them to make us still farm and not be as easy as it should be. But yeah, Lilith has like a kind of strange sense of fixing stuff. But at least they're making something new. So I think it's a better change because at least you don't have to wait 2 months for these heroes. But yeah, so this is overall it. You have this dungeon flavor here, which when you do all your quests, you get 1 feather. And after 7 days, you can unlock all of this. And here's... so here are the rewards. You basically get an event limited avatar frame, I think, or sticker. And you get some more rewards, which is pretty nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what abilities they have. And there you have them. So the first one I'm gonna check is gonna be Laois. So let's see what he has on the table. Okay, let's see the whole ability. So, Hound's Tooth. Laois mimics a dog's stance, frightening enemies in front of him and immobilizing them. Okay, so he has a crowd control for his ults. Okay, nice. This stance lasts for up to 3.5 seconds, during which Laois is unable to perform any other action. For the duration of the ultimate, Laois is immune to control effects, takes 60% less damage, and gains 60 points of buffer but cannot recover energy. Okay, so this seems like an okay ability for now, it's not something overpowered. If Marcille is on the team, using Laois' ultimate will grant Marcille the Loyal Hound effect, boosting her attack rating by 40%. Okay, so we have the team up effect here. Basically, they're gonna make you use them both together, kind of like Lucilla and Liberta. which I mean makes sense. It was same with Ainz and Albedo. So yeah, these double collaborations seem to be kind of expected to have this effect. So level 2, for the duration of the ultimate, Laois takes 80% less damage. Okay, now that's a big damage reduction. Yeah, that's gonna be probably good for tanking, but we'll see how he goes in the campaigns and all other game modes. And level 3, for the duration of the ultimate, Laois gains 80 points of buffer. Well, okay. At least it's like a shorter description this time. Okay, let's see his other abilities. Monster Cuisine. Okay, I don't know about this. Cuisine. Probably reading it wrong. But anyways, at the start of battle, Senshi sets up a pot of food to cook at the edge of the battlefield. Every 8 seconds, Senshi completes a meal and distributes it to all allied heroes, restoring health equal to 200% of Laois attack rating. Okay, so we have some healing. For 6 seconds after an allied hero consumes a meal, their attack rating is increased by 30% and they gain an extra 20 energy when healed. Okay, this seems pretty good actually. If you can, every 8 seconds you gain this, it should be like a good stack. This energy recovery effect can be triggered up to 10 times for each meal eaten. Wow! Marcille recovers an additional 50 afkarena for each meal eaten. Okay, so again we have the team up skill. Health recovery is increased to 300% of attack rating. Marcille and Laois gain 80% extra healing from eating meals, and attack rating boost is increased to 50%. Well, wow! 50% is a big attack rating boost. So this is a good skill. Let's see the next one, local ingredients. Okay, this is a longer one. While Laois survives, the battlefield will be infested with monsters. Periodically, drafts, slimes, or fiends will appear and wander into the enemy battlefield, stun nearby enemies, and leave behind meal ingredients after being killed. Okay, so they're gonna basically get the enemy's attention away from your hero, so this seems like a good one. When Senshi gathers these ingredients and adds them to his pot, his next meal will boost the vitality of all allied heroes by 50 points for 6 seconds. Monsters that enter battle will be affected by Marcille's rewrite effect if she is an allied hero. Okay? Meals containing ingredients obtained from fiends will grant allied heroes 25 points of crit rating and 25 points of crit damage amplification for this battle. This effect does not stack. Okay, so we have some more damage boosting. Meals containing ingredients obtained from slimes will grant allied heroes 25 points of tenacity and reduce their damage taken by 25% for this battle. This effect does not stack. So, from what I see, from whatever monster they're consuming, they get different effects. Meals containing draft seeds will cause the attacks of allied heroes to reduce their target's haste by 25 points and their physical resist and magical resist by 25 points upon dealing damage. This debuff lasts for 5 seconds and does not stack. So this debuff seems to be pretty strong because you get some physical resistance and magic resistance reduction. Yeah, that means you're gonna deal a lot more damage. This is actually a good one for engraving 30. Okay, let's see the last ability. So, monster analysis. When using his ultimate to intimidate enemies, Laois will also analyze enemy heroes in front of him, applying 1 stack of analysis on the enemy every 1 second for a maximum of 6 stacks. Each stack of analysis reduces the damage the enemy deals to Laois by 5%. Okay, so we have like a 30% reduction here. The damage reduction from each stack of analysis increased to 10%. Okay, now we have a lot bigger, it's a 60% reduction. Each stack of analysis also increases the damage dealt to the enemy hero by 8%. Wow. Now we also have damage increase. Damn. While an enemy is being intimidated by Laois, each stack of analysis increases the damage dealt to the enemy hero by an additional 10%. Additional 10%. Wait, so is this like on top of the one from level 3 or is just an increase from 8 to 10%? Let me just read again. While an enemy is being intimidated by Laois, each stack of analysis increases damage dealt to the enemy hero by an additional 10%. Okay, I think it's just an increase from 8 to 10%. So let's see his signature item. So what do we have here? Kensuke. So this is his sword from the anime. Okay, let's see what he has here. So unlocked, it's a passive. Laois normal attacks increase the level of trust between himself and Kensuke, with each stack of trust increasing the damage of Laois normal attacks by 20% of his attack rating. Trust can be stacked up to 10 times. Wow! This seems like a huge, huge modifier. But we'll have to see how it looks in the Bountiful Trials. So each stack of trust increases Laois damage dealt by 5%. Each stack of trust increases the damage dealt by allied heroes by 5%. Okay, so now the allied heroes also get this bonus. So plus 30, while Laois is using his ultimate, Kensuke flies from its cupboard and attacks 2 random enemies every 0.5 seconds, prioritizing enemy heroes suffering from control effects. Kensuke's attacks are equivalent to Laois normal attacks. The sword also helps us. Trust can be stacked up to 15 times. Oh, so it goes from 10. Okay. I'm thinking for this hero plus 40 will be pretty useful. But again, some more testing will be needed after the hero is available to everyone. Okay, so let's see the exclusive furniture. So 3 of 3. Laois recovers 6% of his max health every second, plus an extra 3% per second for each type of ingredient he has eaten during battle. So we have some health regeneration, which is pretty nice. 9 of 9. For each type of ingredient eaten during battle, Laois attack rating and defense rating are boosted by 20% for each type. Okay, so he has like I think 3 types, so it's gonna be a 60%, which is still pretty good. He seems like a good character. We'll have to see how he does in combat. So let's check the other one, which is not Nakaruru, which is Marcille. Let's see what she offers. So, her ultimate is Skyfish. Summon Skyfish to launch 3 rapid attacks on enemies, with each attack dealing damage equal to 309% of Marcille's attack rating. This skill also reduces the enemy's defense rating by 40% for 10 seconds. If Laois is on the team, the fish will transform into meal ingredients after crashing to the ground. When it is cooked into a meal, it will grant allied heroes 60 points of dodge for this battle. So the defense reduction seems to be the best thing here, and we'll have to see how much damage she actually does in battle. Skyfish deals up to an additional 120% damage depending on how much Arcana Marcille has. Okay, the defense rating reduction effect is boosted to 50%. Yeah, this is a big defense reduction. It's gonna be good for bosses for sure. Textbook magic. So passive. At the start of battle, Marcille has 100 Arcana and can have up to a maximum of 100 Arcana. So we start with maximum basically. When Marcille uses a normal attack, if she has sufficient Arcana, 20 Arcana will be consumed to deal AoE damage equal to 260% of her attack rating. If her Arcana is greater than 50, then this damage ignores defense and is increased to 350% of her attack rating. Wow, this seems to be... I think this will be doing some great damage. When enemies are nearby, Marcille will use a magical flash to stun nearby enemies for 2 seconds, and if her Arcana is greater than 50, the stun lasts for an extra 2 seconds. So basically we have a 4-second stun above 50. That's actually a really good crowd control effect. So this effect can be triggered once every 15 seconds. The stun duration from the magical flash is increased to 3 seconds. Using a magical flash grants Marcille 50 additional points of insight. When Marcille's Arcana is greater than 50, each of her normal attacks provides 5 points of magical PR, stacking up to 5 times. This effect lasts 8 seconds. So now we have even more damage amplification. Yeah, she seems strong. Rewrite. So it has again passive. Most of these new heroes have passives, basically. So while Marcille survives, most enemy summons will be affected by the rewrite effect. Okay, so this is the rewrite effect that was mentioned in Laois' skill. Let's see, summons with rewrite and nearby enemies will take damage equal to 180% of Marcille's attack rating every second. Rewrite can be applied on enemy summons up to 6 times every 5 seconds. Wow, that seems like a lot. When a summon affected by rewrite dies, it explodes to deal damage equal to 208% of attack rating to nearby enemies and apply 1 stack of black magic mark to enemy heroes hit by the explosion. Let's take a deep breath. Black magic marks can stack up to 2 times. Marcille's normal attacks prioritize targeting enemies with black magic marks. Her normal attacks remove the black magic marks, and each stack increases the damage dealt by 60%. Okay, so she seems to be doing some pretty high damages. The damage dealt when removing each stack of black magic mark is increased to 80%. Summons affected by rewrite restore Marcille's arcana by 2 per second, and when a summon affected by rewrite dies, Marcille recovers 8 arcana. So she's getting some arcana back with her ability. Black magic marks can be stacked up to 3 times. Okay, so we have even more stacking, which will always help. So her fourth ability, Summon Familiars. Summons 3 familiars that each have health equal to 306% of Marcille's attack rating. The familiars will land near the enemy that deals the most damage and is affected by rewrite. Enemy heroes near a familiar will take 40% more damage from Marcille. This effect lasts 6 seconds and remains effective even if the enemy leaves the area of effect. Wow, so that's actually really nice, because most of the abilities require you to stay in the zone, but this just, once you get it, it's there. So that's good. Level 2, damage taken by enemy heroes near a familiar is increased to 50%, effect lasts 8 seconds, okay. Damage taken by enemy heroes is increased to 60%, and when Marcille's arcana is greater than 50, the damage boost from familiars is increased by 50%. Okay, so we have a even higher damage increase. So yeah, let's see the signature item. So it's Ambrosia, her staff. When Marcille applies rewrite to a summon, she gains 1 stack of black magic knowledge, increasing her magical appears by 2 points. This effect can stack up to 8 times. When Marcille applies rewrite to a summon, if no summon of the same name has been affected by rewrite yet during the battle, she gains 1 extra stack of black magic knowledge. Okay. Each stack of black magic knowledge also restores 5 energy to Marcille every second. So level 30, each normal attack only removes 1 stack of black magic mark, and for every 3 stacks removed, Marcille gains 1 extra stack of black magic knowledge, which can now be stacked up to 12 times. Wow. So plus 30 seems to be like a must for her. This is a huge stack. Plus 40, the boost from each stack of black magic knowledge is increased to 5 points. I think the plus 40 is gonna be again a major damage boost, but I think the plus 30 is for now way more important. So we might be able to skip the plus 41 unless you're like whale territory. Let's see the furniture. So 3 of 3. Upon entering battle, 1 black magic circle will appear in front of Marcille. When an allied hero takes fatal damage, they will be banished for 3 seconds, and when the banishment ends, they will appear inside the black magic circle and recover health equal to 500% of Marcille's attack rating. The circle disappears after this effect is triggered. Okay, so here we have a cheat death. Most of the new heroes have a cheat death ability, so this was kind of expected, but at least only one of them has it. So 9 of 9. Marcille's attack rating is increased by 50% while a black magic circle is present on the battlefield. When the black magic circle takes effect, both Marcille and the allies heroes that appear in the circle will gain 50% attack rating until one of them dies. So yeah, this one is gonna be a huge damage boost as well. So she seems to be like a pretty good mage. I'm gonna check them out in Arena of Trials, probably in another video. But for now, this was just their overall skill review, and to just check what they are basically and where they'll be. So he's a warrior, she's a mage, and I think they're probably gonna find some use, but you never know. You always have to wait like around 1 week to see, 1 to 2 weeks basically, to see where they use them, where they find their place, and then we'll see how important they are gonna be and if they're gonna be SS or SSS, or even they might even go lower like S. But yeah, all will be known in due time. So okay guys, this is gonna be it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about these new heroes. I'm really curious to see what others think about this new system as well for the dimensionals. I think it's something good, but the cap for the chest seems kind of suspicious and not really in place. But yeah, this is gonna be it for this video guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.